from a land where they review, pull apart, and examine every review possible. This is Stovetop Studios in a secret, hidden location. Here is me, your host, Mr. Caldero.
Thank you.
This is the Hell in the Cell review / We Love It Raw review. Boom! We don't have Chris Corey this week, but everything is gonna be alright, 'cause I got you. First of all, let's talk about Hell in the Cell on the WWE Network. I'm gonna skip everything except the main event matches. Ain't nobody got time for that. You saw it. You know what's going on. Here's the bullet points. Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella to see who's gonna be the biatch for a month. That match ends in the heel Nikki Bella. You can look, but you can't touch. That makes sense. The heel should win. Come on, people. Whoever's upset about Brie winning, come on, man. Get out of here, man. Team Nikki all day, nigga. Get out of here. The next thing from Hell in the Cell. The second main event. Randy Orton, the Viper. The king of the vines on the internet right now. Versus the kid's hero, John Cena. The match was way better than I expected it to be. The RKOs were magnificent. Kudos to Randy Orton. The tables were a bit much. The impact wasn't all that. But the match itself was good. There wasn't a lot of bloody stuff. There's never going to be bloody stuff, but John Cena wins clean. And I find that very annoying, because to me, Randy Orton is going to turn babyface soon. Why would you lose clean to John Cena? Anyways, let's go on to the main event. This is Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. Two former members of The Shield in a Hell in a Cell match. Now, this match was good, had great spots, but they tried way too hard. I feel like I'm the only person saying this in the whole planet, but they tried way too hard, man. Falling on the tables at the same time, the announcer tables. That's bullshit, no. That's bullshit. I don't like that. It's trying too hard to be Mankind, and people say they tore the house down. I feel like they try to emulate a Mick Foley type of thing. And that ain't gonna work, man. It wasn't that great to me. And people have a problem with the finish of the final Hell in the Cell pay-per-view match. You hear some weird accent language, and the darkness hits. Run. You see a hologram, and then appears Bray Wyatt. And who is he hitting? Dean Ambrose. Let that soak in. Bray Wyatt's been gone, making vignettes, awesome vignettes. Goes against Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is the big reveal that you're fighting Dean Ambrose. Oh my God, give me a fucking break, man. Dean Ambrose is not at the level where I feel he should be fighting Bray Wyatt. I don't get it. Dean Ambrose is not a strong enough babyface to be fighting Bray Wyatt for the fans to look at him as a heel. Look at the lights in the crowd, man. Come on, man. in theory, as far as match is concerned and promos is concerned, it makes sense. Those two have the best promos in WWE right now. Period. Nobody else is touching them. But I don't know. It leaves my head like I was excited that Bray Wyatt did it, but at the same time, Dean Ambrose, this is it? Like your rivalry with Dean Ambrose? Like, really? Oh, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But moving on to We Love It Raw review. We Love It Raw. Let me just say that Raw was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Hell in the Cell. All the matches were great. But I'm just going to hit the bullet points. They're playing on the whole Brie is the assistant of Nikki, being her biatch, you know. Later on, Mark Henry and Big Show have a tag team match versus Goldust and Stardust. It was a humorous match. Stardust being very humorous. And Big Show smacks Mark Henry in the back for a tag very aggressively, and that turns into an argument. And Mark Henry turns on the Big Show. Whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-doo. Yo, seriously. If you was enjoying this rivalry, then you have very low standards when it comes to entertainment. I'm so glad this is over or it's beginning. I don't care about Mark Henry and the Big Show. They're two characters that I have no investment to. I listen to Rosenberg. He says that he's Mark's friend and this and that, and he wants him to have a... This is a boring rivalry. Sorry, Rosenberg from Hotline 7. It ain't gonna happen, bro. This shit is boring. Vince knew that, or Triple H knew that they can't be the tag team champions because it's boring if they was to take it from the Goldust brothers, whatever they call themselves. That's a good move, man. Big Show, Mark Henry, come on, man. It wasn't even... The payoff wasn't good. It was just so wow. Later on in the night, Stephanie McMahon comes out and says to John Cena, why don't you join the Authority and make sure you are the legend that you deserve to be? John Cena does this whole thing. I would never, whatever. Oh, this and that. So Stephanie wanted John Cena to be part of Survivor Series, and it'll be a classic Survivor Series format where it'll be, I think it's 3 or more people on one side. So the two sides are Stephanie McMahon's Authority side, and the other side is John Cena's team. This is kind of a buffer to wait for Brock Lesnar to come back. And I believe and I hear that he's coming back at the Royal Rumble to fight John Cena. So everybody talk bitching and crying about John Cena not being there with the belt. This is good for business. Things are different. When's the last time you saw a champ not on TV? When's the last time you saw a champ with that much credibility and not losing all the time and coming in strong? Look at his track record. He comes and defeats The Undertaker's undefeated streak of WrestleMania. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Then he dominates again and becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Defeats John Cena in the worst way I've ever seen in history. Brock Lesnar deserves the belt. And when he loses it at WrestleMania 31, all of you that hate what's going on is going to need a diaper that day, because the payoff is worth it, man. You got to wait for the payoff. So I'm just going to kind of skip to the end. I don't know. Since we're on the John Cena topic, it seems that Dolph Ziggler is going to be on John Cena's side, and he basically got his ass handed to him because I guess the Authority, Triple H, was throwing goons at him to be like, this is what happens when you join John Cena's team. You gonna get your ass laced. Triple H is a gang leader. Just understand that. And at the end of the night, it was just a big, like, you don't know what team everyone's gonna be on type of thing. Everybody comes out to the ring. Everybody comes out to the ring. Last but certainly not least, this is not last, but I just wanted to mention it last. Bo Dallas issues an open challenge to anybody in the WWE. And come to surprise, 5, 4, 3, an old WWE favorite back to 1. Ryback, wake up. Ryback comes and squashes Bo Dallas. I love Bo Dallas, but you gotta squash anybody that you're fighting to return. Ryback, we need Ryback so bad right now because there's Daniel Bryan injured, Roman Reigns injured. We need powerhouses here to make star quality matches. The first time I went to Raw, Ryback and Ryback and John Cena had an awesome tables match at the end of the night. That was great. So Ryback is back, and I'm happy to welcome him home. That was the end of We Love It Raw review. But let me talk about something else. I saw an interview just now. Triple H talking to Michael Cole every week. And he's being a douche as usual. And he's being very mystical about what's going to happen. Oh, I also forgot to mention that Bray Wyatt talked to Dean Ambrose through the screen saying that you're like me and all this shit. Okay, I'll take that, I guess. And I feel like the matches will be good, but I'm just still not there. Like, I love Bray, okay with Dean. It's just, I don't see it, man. I don't know, man. I ain't feeling that. It's not a rivalry that is worth disappearing for and then coming back for Dean Ambrose. It's like, oh, okay, it's for Dean Ambrose. It's just that they put Bray Wyatt fighting Cena and Daniel Bryan. I feel like he's so up there that he kind of downgraded doing the Dean Ambrose thing. Any Dean Ambrose fans out there, you can suck it. 'Cause that's just how I feel. For reals. But on the WWE Network last night, I caught the Monday Night War, and the topic of the night was Monday Night Jericho. Break the walls down. That was awesome. You got to give Jericho his own episode. And every single time that I watch the debut of Chris Jericho in the WWE, I get chills, goosebumps up my arm. Nobody in history, I don't care who you are, that wants to argue with me and leave a comment saying I'm a jerk off, asshole, piece of crap hole. I'm telling you, that guy or that woman, whatever, I don't discriminate. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Well, anyways, forgive me. I had a drink and I really just got into a trance. Forgive me, people. Oh. Anyway. Oh yeah. Whew. That's how much I know. I just remembered. Chris Jericho, that's the best, greatest, entry to the WWE ever. I got chills because I remember that countdown when I was a kid. I was just like every week countdown to the millennium. I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, okay, this is a corny thing WWF is doing at the time to, like, I don't know, they're gonna do something big, but it's not gonna be nothing special. I honestly didn't know who Chris Jericho was. He looked familiar because I was the kid that watched both during the Monday Night War, but it was 80% WWF, 20% WCW. The balance was very off. But let me tell you, that Chris Jericho debut gives me chills to this day. How you start with The Rock? Holy moly. But that was great. And I didn't watch it yet. I'm just going to get to it in a couple days. But rivalries, the first rivalry on the WWE Network show is Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. So check that out, man. I'm going to check it out. And as far as NXT, Charlotte is still kicking ass. I only watch the Divas matches, so I'm not to tell you. She needs to be moved up to the main roster, and so does most of the girls need to move up to the main roster. And I still say we need a tag team Divas title because we have too many Divas with not enough to do. We need to bulk up that and make that up, man. So that's just, I didn't watch Total Divas this week. I'm gonna get to it in a couple days, but check that out too, man. If you're a WWE fan, then you gotta get the WWE world in you. But either way, Chris Corey making me jealous because he has WWE 2K15 and I'm waiting for the PS4 version, so I have to wait like 3 weeks more than he does. Where they do that at? So, as I bid you adieu, I'm going to say what a great mind has once said. Keep it real and keep it raw. Signing off at Watch the Podcast YouTube. Mr. Caldero, see you next week, brother.